Hi, boys and girls. I'm going to go ahead and show you where you can find your assignment for math, lesson 1205, the module 12 assessment. So you're going to go into your math course, and we're looking for module 12. So you're going to open up the module 12 folder, and we're looking for 1205, the module 12 project-based assessment. So for this assessment, it's not a multiple choice quiz. It's actually an assessment that you have to print out to complete. So I'm going to go to the lesson since it's a worksheet. Okay, that's going to load up. Here we go. Okay, it's just a one-page lesson. It just has your assessment here. If you scroll to the bottom of the lesson page, you've got your Module 12 project-based assessment link. You're going to open that up. And this is your assessment. So usually your assessments are multiple choice. This one is 3 pages. So whether you need to print it or screenshot it to complete it, it's up to you. I'm going to just walk through and go over the questions. So for part 1, you've got Katie reported the length in inches of the ribbon pieces she was going to use for a project. Use this information for questions 1 and 2. So you've got her data here of the ribbon pieces. You've got question 1 and 2 that you're going to answer using this data. So number 1, which line plot correctly shows the data? So you're going to look at the different line plots. You've got 4 options, A, B, C, and D. Which one correctly shows the data that's up here? Okay, so you're going to look at that data and match it with the correct line plot. And then number 2, you've got true, false statements. You've got A, B, and C. You're going to read those and decide if they are true or false. You just check them off. Whichever is true, you check off true. Whichever is false, you check off false. Okay. Part 2, a group of children picked oranges and made orange juice. The line plot below shows the amount of juice each child made. Use the line plot below to answer questions 3 through 7. So here's the line plot, and you can see how much juice each child made. And then you're answering questions 3 through 7 based on this line plot data. Number 3, what is the greatest amount of juice? Number 4, what is the least amount of juice? Number 5, what is the sum of the least and greatest amount of juice? You're going to add the least and the greatest together. Be sure to show your work, okay, to get full credit. Number 6, what is the difference between the greatest and least amount of juice? Again, make sure you show your work. Okay, and then number 7, if the children were to share the juice equally, how much would each child get? Show your work. All right, and then part 3, a class of students reported the amount of time spent on homework on Monday night. The times are recorded below in hours. Use the data to answer questions 8 through 10. So here's the data you're going to use. Okay, and this data shows how much time was spent on homework on a Monday night. Number 8, you're going to make a line plot of the data shown below. Be sure to include a title and correctly label each value. So don't forget to label your line plot with the data points at the bottom. Don't forget to give it a title. Homework on Monday night would be a perfect title. And then don't forget to put your X's in for the data. Number 9, Julie says the most amount of time spent on homework is 1.5 times the least amount of time spent on homework. Is she correct? Explain. And then number 10, Daniel says that more than half of the students spent 2.5 hours or more on homework. Liz says more than half the students spent less than 2.5 hours on homework. Who is correct, and explain. Okay, so for this assessment, you've got 10 questions. Make sure you complete each of the questions and follow the directions carefully. When you're done, you'll go to the next activity arrow here, You'll submit all 3 pages of your assessment by clicking on that blue plus button at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen and attach your work.